guys, Claire here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. For International Women's Day, Duchess Meghan shared a few photos, one of which included Prince Harry with Princess Lilibet and Harry and Meghan enjoying some time on the beach. And while we're all enjoying with love Meghan, Meghan shared a video of herself in her backyard making a cute little floral arrangement. And I'm sorry, but Mama Mia looks so healthy and happy. She's such a sweetheart. Harper's Bazaar recently had an article talking about the top 25 feel-good shows. With Love Meghan came in at number 8, and the article goes on to say Meghan Sussex is going back to her roots. Her new lifestyle series, which by the way has already been greenlit for season 2, is all about bringing intention, thoughtfulness, and care to life's otherwise mundane moments, whether that means artfully plating pasta for a friend or prepping fruit salads with flour sprinkles. Come for how-to tips on hostessing and stay for Meghan's breezy Montecito style and Nancy Meyers aesthetic. Perfect description.
I watched the first episode of With Love Meghan. It's the lowest my blood pressure has been in 6 weeks. I loved it. Like, looking at this beautiful Duchess live her beautiful life with her beautiful friends and her beautiful food and her beautiful calmness, and I just loved it. I loved it. I'm savoring the episodes. I don't want to binge it because I don't want it to be over, because I need, like, a calm fix. Watching her make those candles, I needed that. I'm just a girl who just needs calm content.
Can you name the last time you got to watch a TV show on a huge network like Netflix and see someone that you fully see yourself in? Right, it might have been easier for you than it has been for me. However, we now have With Love Meghan. To say I've been influenced after watching all 8 episodes is such an understatement, because I literally bought up as many button-ups as I possibly could. I'm ready to start our garden as soon as it warms up, and I want to make every recipe. I want to speak specifically to the girls out there who saw themselves in her and were so excited to just see someone who looks like you existing in an elevated fashion. I see you, I'm with you. It's also inspired me to work on a project that I've been planning and haven't actually put to work, but now she's in work, you guys. But my point is, if you had joy watching that show, I see you, she sees you, we're good. We know who that was for, and really hope that there's more.
Well, we already know that there will be more since season 2 has already been greenlit, but the ladies aren't the only ones who are getting in on the With Love Meghan content. Luke on X said, totally influenced by With Love Meghan on Netflix. Now I'm buying flowers for my friend who came to visit just to make the place feel cozier. Obsessed with the little details. And that's just really what it's all about. Simple, easy tips to elevate your life and to let your loved ones know that you are thinking of them and making little effort, little details to make them feel welcome and loved.
I'm about to start living that soft life like Meghan Sussex is talking about. I grew up in East Oakland, hard life. And I'm 60 now. All I do is write, books and magazines and all this stuff. But I'm gonna start making some one-pan spaghetti, some honey cake. I'm gonna get some little trinkets and make some gifts for family and friends, do something with my hands. Give me some bougainvillea and start living that soft Myron life. I've earned this. Thank you, Meghan Sussex. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm watching the new Meghan Markle show with Mindy Kaling, like this episode. It's so cute. Y'all are so dramatic and racist. Because this is like any show that I watched on the Food Network with the white women back in the day, like Ina Garten, Sandra Lee kind of vibes. So like, what's wrong with it? Y'all are racist.
Meghan Markle has a new show on Netflix, and of course people are saying she's so unrelatable. This woman has always had a target on her back. Since the moment she met Harry and went public with a relationship, they've never liked her. She's a strong, black, educated, outspoken woman from the United States, from the West Coast, coming into Buckingham Palace, spicing things up. Absolutely not. They didn't love her for it. I watched her show, and I know people are saying that she's very reserved, she's awkward, but I'd be awkward too if every move I made was scrutinized by the public. This woman can't even sneeze without people shaming her for it, and so I would be on guard too. I'd be uncomfortable being myself and being so open too. You're not going to get Keke Palmer energy from this woman. She's just trying to make a frittata. It's not that deep. I don't have that Meghan and Harry type money. I'm not in that tax bracket. I'm not having tea with my beekeeper in my Montecito palatial estate, but I do appreciate elevating things around me, making things beautiful, and you can do it without a lot of money. Design on a dime. So Mexican Martha Stewart over here, I appreciate what Meghan Markle is doing because she's just making things beautiful. She's taking you into her home and showing you how to elevate things. I like a charcuterie board, a crudité platter, a beautiful floral arrangement, a centerpiece. I appreciate those things. And so I'm watching the show. I think as the season progresses and she gets to season 2, more of her personality will come out. I'm in it to win it. I'm here watching her. And if you're not into that sort of thing and you don't want to make things beautiful and Nancy Myers is just not your vibe, then don't watch the show, babe.
I don't like Meghan Markle. She's not relatable. Shut up. I don't want relatable. I want aspirational. If I wanted to watch somebody make potato salad and season chicken thighs and put them on a barbecue grill, I can go to my mama's house. I want to watch that woman make fruit tray rainbows for her kids for breakfast. That is aspirational. Now, will I ever do that? Hell no. But that's what I want to watch. I don't want relatable. I want to aspire.
I feel that the hate that Meghan Markle is getting is really, really forced. Like, it just is. Like right now, the newest trend, because 2 weeks ago it was Blake Lively, and then there was a lull in the conversation, and then Meghan Markle's new show on Netflix came out. And now that's the newest trend I see on the For You page, is people just jumping on that bandwagon and making fun of her and all that. And so I decided to watch the show to see if it was half as pretentious and bad as what y'all are painting it to be. It's really not. It's no different. It's in the same vein as all those other cooking entertainment shows that are out there on the market. You've got a whole network called Magnolia Network that's about entertaining, and yet that does really, really well. You've got Martha Stewart, who built her entire empire. Y'all are just kind of like reaching for things to hate on this show, because it's no different. It's in the same vein, because if it was any other influencer on that screen other than Meghan Markle, y'all wouldn't have said a word. Nobody would have said anything. But because it's her, we must hate on it. But I really do think a lot of y'all are reaching, and it's... Find something else. Like, 2 weeks from now, you will anyway, because that's what you do. Y'all are bandwagon people. You circle the wagons, and when it's whatever the trend is, you jump on it. But I'm just saying, have a great rest of your day.
And he's not wrong. I feel like there's a lot of people who get caught up in the sort of toxic mob mentality when it comes to public figures online. Whatever is in trend, whatever the bandwagon is, everyone just sort of is following people, parroting the same narratives without actually thinking about it or double checking to see if it's true. It's pretty crazy. Also, there's a lot of content creators, specifically those who are monetized, who do consistently engage in rage-baiting content. So there's also that as well.
There's a new report out there that the royals are just too busy to watch Meghan Markle's new Netflix special. Nonsense! My royal insiders tell me they are devouring this. Like every family, they can be a little bit petty, and might they be watching to hate? Maybe, but remember, I worked for the British royal family. I assure you, they watch, they read, they see everything. They're not too busy. They barely, really, have anything to do in the evenings. They don't go out. What do? They watch television, and my insiders tell me, at the moment, they are binge-watching Meghan Markle. Ooh.
No, I do find Rob to be sort of wishy-washy and problematic, but I don't doubt that what he's saying is true. Harry already told us that they voraciously consume tabloid tittle-tattles. Also, we've seen William and Kate mimicking Harry and Meghan in style, the hand-holding, the angles of the social media. So yeah, I don't doubt that they're paying attention.
Watching the Meghan Markle hate train fail has actually been enormous honestly cathartic and very funny. Because, like, what is this woman's crime other than having, like, the single most gorgeously crafted nose I've ever seen in my life? This is a real-life Disney princess, and people are mad. But I think there are a couple key reasons why the Meghan Markle hate feels forced. One, she hasn't been accused of anything real. Like, oh no, a grown man decided to go no contact with his family, which I think is actually a huge part of it. I think the number of millennials who've chosen to go no contact and silently feel like they're in support of Harry as a result of that, given what he has shared, but also what we all know about the royal family and like hundreds of years of colonial oppression. But ultimately, like, it's so much clearer what the hate is. It's a combination of racism, it's a combination of classism, and then it's just good old-fashioned misogyny. She's a woman to hate. But it's interesting because the attempt to make her like the witch of the week just didn't quite work. And I feel like all of the usual creators, it feels forced and it starts to just come off as mean. Because like, if you don't want to make this lady's rainbow salad, don't do it. If you don't want to make her one pot pasta, don't do it. Nobody is forcing you to watch the show. And she hasn't been accused of anything heinous. Again, other than having just the most adorable, beautifully crafted face I've ever seen in my entire life. I just feel the need to say that.
I love to see that Meghan is getting a season 2, and I want to point out one thing. The obsession is very real. This is Daily Mail's, like, royal account, okay? All of this is Meghan, and that is not one video. That's not even, like, 10 videos. This is 3 pages of the most recent videos, and almost everything has Meghan or references Meghan. Look at all of it. That's kind of insane. And so hearing people say, like, I can't believe Meghan Markle is getting a season 2. Baby, you clocked in. You clocked in before me, and I'm a fan. Like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I am happy for her. And, like, at the end of the day, it kind of is, like, one of those things where haters are quite literally paying someone's bills. And I would say if you really don't like someone, like, don't engage with them. Because your engagement does turn into profit. For Daily Mail, they're making content so you engage and you hate it and you pay their bills. Like, I don't know if people understand that. That's like why rage baiting is such a thing. Rage farming is such a thing. I don't think that they anticipated so many people to be like, y'all are losers for hating Meghan for no other reason besides she's basically a black woman, biracial, multiracial, whatever you want to say. She does not fit your standard idea of what a woman is supposed to be, who is able to host, leisurely enjoy her life, enjoy her family, be a present parent. The fact that she even goes on to note that, like, being a present parent can be a luxury and people are still hating her. I fear we lost the plot. I fear some people maybe never had it at all. It doesn't really matter. What does matter, though, is that she's getting to season 2.
Exactly. It's been wonderful to see people clapping back at the unwarranted insanity, but most importantly, seeing people being inspired by Meghan.
So is anybody else inspired to make the most amazing meal, little cutesy dessert, sprinkle edible flowers on everything, schedule a game night, invite your girlfriends over and have the most lovely cocktail waiting for them upon their arrival, and also doing a really deep dive on beekeeping? Anybody? Just curious.
You know, talking about Meghan Markle the other day got me thinking that you just keep going no matter what. And in honor of International Women's Day, which was yesterday, I think this is a lesson for me, and this is a lesson for so many women, especially Black women. That in so many ways, if Meghan Markle can keep going, keep showing up, keep bringing light to the world. And I know, you know, she has privilege, she has money, but she also has so much criticism. So I just want to say, like, no matter what, and just thinking about Meghan's recent show and just like Oprah in general, that these women get so much criticism, yet they keep coming. They keep showing up. They keep doing what truly moves them. They keep bringing light to the world.
One thing Meghan Sussex, she did change her name. One thing Meghan Sussex reminded me of this week is that even if people have historically said nasty things about you for whatever reason, that shouldn't deter you from putting out your work. And even when you share your work, there will still be hateful, jealous, envious, nasty people who have something negative to say. But if there are people in your corner supporting you, who are rocking with you, you're going to eat regardless. Did her show not make it into the top 10 across so many different countries? Is her show not being renewed on Netflix for season 2? Sometimes haters will unknowingly propel you further, because in hating, were they not watching and hating? Were they not commenting and hating? She had her name in people's mouths this week. Name one successful person who is adored by everyone. That just doesn't exist, right? And her journey is literally a testimony in, not letting the haters paralyze you and still having a willingness to put out your craft, to be visible. So next time someone says something negative about you, you think, oh, I don't want to share this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to talk about this. No, you can't let them win.
Hey, did you know that hate watching Meghan Markle's show just helps her? Yeah, Netflix doesn't care if you hate watch. A view is a view. Y'all are stupid.
Judy French on Facebook said, I think that she's been misunderstood and completely thrown under the bus by the media and the royals. I think if she's guilty of anything, it's of being naive and not understanding how truly evil and manipulative the press, the royals, and the public can be. You have to admire her resilience and strength to keep moving forward despite the absolute hatred and vitriol being sent her way. She's still smiling and thriving, so kudos to her. I will admit, as someone, maybe it's just because of my age, or I just generally never really paid attention to the royal family, but prior to Meghan entering into that family, I never really realized how cold-hearted that entire firm and family can be. I've often thought of the firm not in the best light because of its history, but I never really paid too much attention to the people within the family. For some reason, I've always been able to sort of compartmentalize family from the institution. Since Meghan's arrival on the scene and just watching it all play out, it's one and the same. But then again, who really would have expected it to be as bad as it's gotten? I don't really think that Harry himself foresaw how bad it would be. But as Judy said, she's still smiling and thriving. So that's all that matters.
Everybody's talking about it, and I love how with Love Meghan, Meghan Sussex's new show on Netflix has backfired spectacularly on mainstream media and all the haters in Britain. It's backfired because they thought they'd do reviews, slagging it off, salating her, thinking the public were going to be behind that, saying, yeah, we agree. But what happened was the public watched it, stateside and in Britain, all of the world, and said, actually, she's a really lovely woman. She's charming. She's caring. She's a giver. We love how she's doing this cooking. She's obviously loyal to her friends. She's smart. She's got more charm in her left eyelash than that entire royal family, who obviously hated her, were jealous of her because she posed a threat, because she's just genuine, she's real, and we love her. Everyone is loving it, and I am here for it. I am here for the tide to turn for Meghan finally. She's shown the world, I'm okay. The mainstream media, stop listening to them. And I think the British media, TV and newspapers, online, whatever, you need to stop now, because you're beginning to make yourselves look really embarrassing and hateful people who've got nothing nice to say about a couple who take nothing from the taxpayers and just live in their own life happily. Leave them alone. Leave her alone. Do you know how hard it is for a non-white woman to show up without continually being berated and slated and these wild expectations? She's just living her best life, and honestly, good luck to her.
If you are not a person of colour and you have never experienced racism, you do not get to decide what racism is or what it looks like. Hi baby. I spend a lot of time on Black Girl Luxury TikTok, and I'm realising that when I look at the comments, there are so many of them who are hating on these creators because they're not relatable. If a black woman is married to a wealthy man, or God forbid becomes wealthy herself, or comes from generational wealth, people do not like it. And it got me thinking about all the Meghan Markle hatred online. People are really, really angry because she's not relatable. Let me ask you something. Why should she be relatable? Why does she owe you relatability? And additionally, as an ex-Hollywood actress who then married a prince, where did the expectation of relatability come from? Why do you expect her to be relatable? Next question. Relatable to who? Relatable to who? I'm sure there are some people who find her relatable. When I watched her show, I found some of it very unrelatable. I also found some of it very relatable. I grew up half in London and half in the countryside. My mum grew her own vegetables, her own fruit. She had a herb garden. I had a herb garden. And I absolutely loved being able to plant seeds, watch them grow, and create meals for my family with the work that I had put in. And I'm not a princess. You don't have to be a princess to be able to relate to the joy of planting your own food. Yes, some things were very unrelatable. You don't have to find that endearing. But why does it make you hate her so much? I hear people talk a lot online about respectability politics when it comes to black women, but I'm realizing that there is a new thing called relatability politics. I coined that term. I don't know if it's a real thing already. But this expectation that black women must be relatable to God knows who is really, really problematic. Nobody looks at a black person sideways for wanting to be wealthy and desiring wealth. But if you actually become wealthy or you're born wealthy, it's unacceptable. Why is that? Because she's having a fantastic time and she's not interested in being relatable, because why should she be relatable? She's living her life. But the comments are full of people trying to take her down a peg or two, because how dare she? How dare she have the means and the desire to have that kind of life? But if she was white, I truly believe it would be a completely different story. Content is aspirational. You don't know her. I enjoy content I don't relate to all the time. In fact, sometimes I enjoy it more because it teaches me something. I think everybody needs to have a little think about why they have such an issue with black women living a beautiful life.
My hot take of the night is that the Meghan Markle show with Love Meghan is actually really good, and if you can't see that, it's just because you can't find joy in the simple things. This is the kind of stuff I live for. I'm so glad there's gonna be a season 2. Keep doing your thing, Meghan. Okay, good night.
Put in the water, and then we're gonna pinch the center first.
So I took a hint from Meghan Markle on her show, and I put carbonated water in with the eggs, some Topo Chico.
Carbonated water?
To make them fluffy.
Oh, let's see.
They scrambled eggs.
Let's see if they're fluffy.
Are they fluffy?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, they are fluffy. They're fluffy and buttery. We cut for Meghan Markle around here. We cut for her.
Now, apparently, Bethany Frankel is talking about Meghan, which of course she is, because she always has been. She has a very unhealthy obsession with Meghan. Now, I don't know what she says. I don't follow her, so none of that makes its way onto my timeline on any of my social media platforms, and for that I am happy. But what has made it are the videos of some people responding to her, and I have been laughing my butt off while listening or watching these videos.
Bethany Frankel thinking that Meghan Markle would ever take her advice. Girl, go sell some pyramid scheme multivitamin. Like, go away. What the?
You guys know that sound that goes something along the lines of, when you're black, you're not really lonely because you always have a white person all up in your business? Well, that's Bethany Frankel at this point. She has made it her entire personality to hate on Meghan, a woman who doesn't even know she exists. Ella, en la vida de Meghan, es un cero a la izquierda. Every 2 business days, there's a palm-colored woman coming on this app talking about how Meghan should be living her life, critiquing her life. Y'all are not her. You will never be her. And I'm sorry that life did not give you the cards and the opportunity that they gave her. Actually, I'm not sorry. Scratch that. And the audacity of her to be like, let me help you. Now, why would she ask you for help when you've been her biggest op? Dime, Linda. Not happening. Hard pass.
I watched the Meghan show called With Love. I never understood why people hate on her. Anything she does, they just pick on everything she does. I didn't get it, because I'm one of those people live and let live. And then after watching the show, I finished the whole thing last night. I was like, oh my god, I know exactly why. It is plain and simple. It's jealousy. It's just jealousy. That's why they hate on her. They cannot believe that a prince from one of the most famous royal families picked her. That's all it is. There was nothing wrong with this woman. Nothing. She seemed genuine. She seemed kind. She seemed like she has a good heart. They cannot believe that Prince Harry loves her so much, because he does. You see it because he appears in the last episode, and he's just so proud of her, and the way he looks at her, and any chance he gets to hug her, they're a true partnership. They're true soulmates. And I know some people's like, well, you know, her family, she let go of her father's side of the family. But have you noticed that any opportunity, whenever she pops up, they're just jump on that opportunity to make money and get on TV so they stay relevant? Can we look at them first and what type of family members they are before you go and judge her? They're so quick to say she's bad, she's terrible, she's this. What about them? Getting on TV. Who does that? Anyway, I highly recommend the show. I thought it was great. It was very, very relaxing. Like, I loved it, and I cannot wait for a second season.
The Standard did an article talking about the impact that With Love Meghan has had on sales at Waitrose. The article says that there has been a 3,200% upping of searches for truffle salt. And if you've watched the episodes, then you know that she's used truffle salt for that popcorn she made, which... mind-blowing. I had no idea that you can make popcorn that way. Honey, ever popular, had a spike of 49%. Other items seeing a rise include edible flowers and crudité, both up by a whopping 200%. Assorted fruit platters up by 33%, microwave popcorn a rise of 200%, bath salts by 65%, and sparkling water by 233%. Insanity. Meghan effect is still going strong.
So if they're having, sold out on ingredients, we have to remember there's a lot of people who don't use social media, who are not vocal. I mean, the most vocal people are people who just want to spread negativity. As we know, negativity is what gets people going and get the comments going and the engagement. There's an intersection of people who are maybe wealthier, who like the content of cooking and lifestyle. So when we talk about how the UK are all negative and they're all like, Karens and whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people who just don't talk, and they love. She was still in the top 10. She created something that people who probably don't normally follow her will watch. And this is why I sometimes, when people start saying, oh my God, I hate the UK people, just hate on the UK media, because the UK media bring out those vocal people who are generally negative to engage. Because on articles that are very positive, you don't get the same amount of comments, but articles negative always do. So, let's not hate on the whole Brits here,
Okay. So I have always been obsessed with the royal family. Princess Diana, grew up watching William and Harry, and watched both weddings. I am watching Meghan's show. And as somebody who has a general understanding of the royal family, I was born in Wales, I was dual citizen. I just can't help but watch this as I'm watching it right now, and thinking about how this is such a waste, the way that they were maneuvered in that family. Because just watching the show right now, you can see that she would have so much in common with Charles in terms of the gardening and botany and all of that. Additionally, this is a fabulous show. The cinematography is fantastic. I think this is great. This is her lane. I hope that she hits the gas and just flies, because, the show is fantastic. Very kind of, similar in terms of lifestyle with the Tig. What a loss to the royal family, because, just what she can do with food and party planning, she's legitimately she was the perfect mold for them, and could have brought them just to places that they could have never even imagined. So you gotta watch it. It's a really great show. It's just, I'm probably gonna just randomly watch it on days that I feel lazy because it's just like, it's comfort food. It's like comfort TV. It's great.
Guys, is anyone else obsessed with Meghan's new show on Netflix with Love Meghan like I am? Oh my god, I'm just so obsessed with it. I just want to live that lifestyle where I can just host, make cute things, make cute desserts and stuff, and just try to make things, everything better. I do think she is teaching us how to elevate our lifestyle, our hosting, that I feel so inspired. Like, I just want to have my own farm, so I just ordered a bunch of pots from Amazon, and I'm gonna make my little herb garden in the back.
With Love Meghan is so easy to watch, and I think the epitome of luxury is to be talking compost with Alice Waters in your kitchen. I bought the masterclass course with her, and she does the same thing. This beautiful, simple garden to table meal. It's all about how you treat each vegetable. And by the way, I'm savoring this. I haven't even finished this episode. It's a paused. And the next time I get a minute, of course, it's so easy to watch and have on in the background. But them cooking together and talking about compost. Mwah! The scene of them walking through the garden and just talking about each vegetable. Very simple, actually, for everyone to achieve, but I love.
Today we are making Meghan Markle Sussex. Today we are making Meghan Markle Sussex. Today we are making Meghan Markle Sussexes. Today we are making Meghan Markle's Sussexes lemon honey cake. Today we are making Meghan Markle Sussexes lemon honey cake.